So, I had a fun idea. Well, we'll see how fun it is once we get started. This could be the worst stream I have ever done in my entire life. We'll just have to find out here. But the idea for today's stream is I've played a little bit of this. I haven't got very far. Partially because I just wanted to test, and also because I was sailing. I was sailing. Like, I played this game for like 18 hours and I was sailing for like 12 of them. Don't ask me how I spent that much time just on sailing, but you know, it is what it is. So, what I do know in this game is that you can pick classes and build them out however you want. So, I figured each chat member that wishes to participate is allowed to pick one character and they get to build them however they choose. And it is up to me to progress as far as I can with your builds. Whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. Find out together. Don't think I'll pick them up as I already own all of them on my 3DS, but hopefully there's enough interest in the series to develop a new entry in the Switch. Didn't they, I've never heard of this series before, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Isn't there like 5 of them or something like that? Oh my god. I need to drink some water. This ain't good. If I'm already squeaking, we're in trouble. I don't know how Etrian works. I'll explain some of the basics that I understand. Time to make John backflip then. What does that mean? What are you gonna... Kuro, I'm pretty sure you're the one that said you've played this series before, or at least some of them. You're not gonna troll me with this build, are you? You're not gonna troll me with a character you happen to create, right? You guys wouldn't do that to me. I think we should just go ahead and get into it. That's probably for the best. You know, as much as I love sitting here and doing the gab with all of you. See, boop. And oh no. It's cutting off a little bit. Actually, wait, I think I can fix that. Yeah, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. And there I am. Hello, it is I, your master and failure. Alright. So, let me turn on the controller. I'll try to get through this as quickly as possible. But from what I understand, basically this game, like a large part of its difficulty is understanding what you need to build and stuff like that. So of course we're gonna go on expert, and this is gonna be this is gonna be awful. I'm already calling it. You've become a pro streamer. Please, do you guys see the layout? I did that in like 10 minutes. It's not meant to last. This will be like semi what I do for now, you know? Like later on I'll spruce it up, make it look nicer, but I just needed something I could slap onto YouTube. Also, Phoenix, thank you for the follow. Yes, we're doing expert. I don't think this quick save is important. I'm probably going to go back to this later and be very sad at what I've just done. The Ocean City Armor Road far to the south is said to have a ruin leading below the waves. As if tactfully admitting it, the Senatists ruling over Armor Road have invited explorers to their city. The invitation drew... I thought that said thongs. Good Jesus, John, get your mind out of the gutter. Throngs of eager explorers who gathered to traverse the undersea maze, but none of the throngs who came to challenge that maze were strong enough to master it. The impenetrable ruins came to be known as the Yggdrasil labyrinth, and its legend spread further. You yourself are an explorer who has heard of its legends and now sail to Armor Road to investigate. Your only objective? To challenge the labyrinth and win fame and fortune. Your hour is at hand, and your reckoning is nigh. Do you still have to map out the dungeons on your own? Yep. I mean, okay, well, from what I've played, it's a good idea for you to map out most of it. Every tile you step on fills out on its own, though, so you don't have to do that one. It'd be easier to show rather than talk about it. Mr. Senator, Curl, what are you talking about? Hello, newcomers. You're standing in the one and only Explorer Guild in the ocean city of Armor Road. I'm here to supervise all the explorers who find themselves on our fair burg. Here's a little something I give every new guild signing up. Guild certificate, cross script, resolve script, offense script. Those scripts, I'm pretty sure, are limits. And I'll be honest with you all, I still don't understand. I played this game for like 18 hours. I still don't understand it. Now let's get to it. First, write your guild name on the space provided on the certificate. Think hard, because that name may be known someday across the 7 seas. It all depends on you. You guys have any good suggestions? Let me see here. I could make it me. I could just make it me. Or, you know, like the E-Boys or something. Don't worry, John, I haven't played this one too. Oh, good, we're in this together then. Screw it, we'll just make it Johnny Boy. None of these games... I hate old games because they don't let me space out my friggin' name. We'll just do that. Wait, hold on. That guy just said a little odd, but... Frick you, man. You'll need to hire a few folks, but it's up to you whether or not you want to become a member too. At the Explorers Guild, you can register explorers and organize your party. This is what I'm talking about. So, we can choose classes and build them out individually. I'll show you what that looks like. So, alright, this is where we start. Anybody who wishes to participate in this horrible science experiment, speak now or forever hold your peace. So, I'm gonna build my own character, and I'm gonna build that character however the frick I want. And if there's enough people in here asking to make a character, I'll let you guys have like first dibs or whatever. But I'll just make my character to show you guys how it, like, everything goes out. So, I would like to be... Actually, you know what? It's fitting for this. I'll be a farmer. Why not, right? That's partially what I'm known for. Chaika, we'll get to you in just a second. So, whenever you pick your class, you can... I gotta stop pointing at the screen because that's really stupid. Game and Rage, thank you for the sub. Very nice of you. Entity Adventure is name, but anyway, yeah. You can pick up to like 5 portraits, and there's like DLC that it comes with, apparently. And like there's 2 extra portraits, but they're a little weird. I'd show you guys, but I don't think I want to use that at all. How's it going, Mega Leaf? You played it on the 3DS? I have never played this game on the 3DS or even heard of it before now. But I did play Persona Q, and from what I understand, it's just kind of like that. So we'll make this one John, obviously, since that's me. That's me. And now we have registered that character, and you can only have up to a maximum of 30. But we'll get to that in just a minute. Now, I'm going to go to my character. I'm going to put him in formation so you guys can see what this looks like. When you get your character, you start off with, I believe, 3 skill points, maybe 2. Oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, 3 skill points. And you see this whole mess of, like, skills and stuff like that. There's even a second page of stuff. You can put individual points into each of these, right? Doomstream starting soon is still on the stream. If it's still on the stream for you, the browser might have, like, freaked out or something, so you'll have to, like, refresh. Give that a try. Or if more than one person tells me that starting soon is still on the screen, then I'm gonna freak out on my own. Alright. But, well, I guess we should just get this sorted out anyway. Does everybody see what I'm looking at right now? Oh God, no, no, not the text. I actually did forget to turn that off. You know what? Thank you. I'm the dumb one. This is doomed. This is doomed. We're in so much trouble. Okay. So, how I'm going to build my character, because I'm likely not going to be in the first expedition party, since there seems to be like more than 5 of you here. You can only have 5 party members at a time. Plus, technically, if you're like a ninja or have a guest in your party, you can get up to 6. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So, since I'm not going to be in the party, I'm going to like put all of my points into combat study. And this like ability right here allows me to get experience even if I'm not in the main expedition party. So it's useful for like later. Now with that out of the way, which one of you said you wanted to be? Chaika said they wanted to be a ninja. All right, we'll start with that. So we'll go over here, go over to ninja. All right, Chaika, it's up to you. Which one of the 5 portraits do you want? Or do you want one of these weird snazzy ones? I'll be honest, that one, if any, would probably fit a ninja okay. But it's up to you, my dude. Either one of these or any of the DLC. The blue one looks cool. This one right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that's correct. Anybody else? If you want to go ahead and pick out your class, if you know what they are, or I can explain the rest of them if you'd like. I don't know the extent of all of them. I don't mind how you spec them, I just think the ninja class is dope. Come on, Chaika, that isn't how this works. That ain't how this works, man. You want to be a ninja too? Alright, J-Rod, that's cool. Now, I'm just gonna say this. If every single one of you wants to be a ninja and we fail, that's on you. Okay, well, it's kind of on me because I allowed this to happen, but if everybody wants to be a ninja, I have absolutely no problem with that. This is literally you guys' character and build and me trying to succeed with it. So I'm just gonna go with Chaika. I assume you're fine with that, because if you're not, oh well. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. If you have a problem with it, I'll change the name. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's see. We have a second ninja, J-Rod. J-Rod, do you know which of the pictures you'd like to be? Can I be a druid or some sort of healer? Wildling. Interesting choice, interesting choice. Now, I wonder if there's a quick way to change portraits. You know what, I should probably check that. Let me see real quick. First ninja portrait. Alright, we'll go ahead and get that done then. J-Rod, do you want your full name or is just J-Rod fine? Because I think I can actually fit it in here. Lowercase and parentheses and all. You know what? Actually, can I? Hold on, let me see. Oh my god, I can. Just J-Rod, alright. Oh, alright. Now how do I get rid of it? Why am I typing on the control? Why'd you guys let me type on the controller? If I do that again, somebody yell at me. Because that was dumb. Alright, so 2 ninjas, a wildling. And who's left? We have Kuro. Kuro and Mega Leaf, if you guys are still here. I always play it as a healer. Okay, so there's like, from what I understand, a couple of different healers. Like, Monk is more or less straight up healer. Like, they have physical skills too, but like they can directly heal a person. And there's also the Sovereign, which is a really cool support class. I'll be honest, I'm vibing with it. And what they do is they buff the team, and depending on how you build them, their buffs can heal people, or if they haven't been damaged at all, they heal people, which is like insane. But you know, it's really hard to like not get damaged. Kuro, which picture would you like? You want to be the old man, Kuro? The old kung fu dude? Or this dude that... This looks... God, this looks like something from an anime, and it's bugging me. I don't remember what it was. Fourth one, got it. And I'm assuming you're gonna be okay with just Kuro, or are you gonna be the first one that makes me specifically type out the 7th Kuro? Kuro. Or maybe Kuro me. How's that? Sure thing? You know, we'll do it like this. It's a little more unique. All right. I'm sorry, Kuro. You don't get a choice anymore. I mean, I could change it to Kuro if it really bothers you. I just thought it would be funny. Alright, so back to Mega Leaf. Since you always played as a healer, Sovereign, Monk, and the Farmer. I'll be the 7th. Alright, wise guy. You know I'm actually going to do this for you, right? What the f... They're charging me $1,000 to change your name? Listen, I could remake that character, but I think it'd be a funnier point just to save up as much money as I can just to rename you. You're like ruining our resources just to change your name. Okay, I'm sorry. That's kind of a dumb feature. I'll be honest. But since literally I just started this, I'm just gonna dismiss you. Kuro, first to be kicked off the squad. I'm sorry. I don't want to admit this, but I almost forgot what I named you. I almost forgot what you were. I literally just like... So you're 7th, is that it? No, it's fine. Make up your mind, Kuro! Make up your mind! You're killing me! Rip Kuro 7, me will not be forgotten. I already forgot them as soon as I clicked the dismiss button. Alright, come on. Just to be clear, Kuro 7 me will do. Little did everybody know the first Kuro I threw out was actually perfect, you know? Perfect IVs and strengths and whatever. They don't have any of that stats. I'm just pulling that out of my rear, but just trying to make Kuro feel bad here. All right. Somebody asked, but J-Rod, what is a Hoplite, Zodiac, and Arbalist? So the Hoplite is the tank. They can draw aggro and they're generally defensive and stuff like that. They can like protect others and stuff like that. They're spear wielders for the most part. You don't have to, but it's generally a good idea. I blame chat delay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's what a hoplite is. A zodiac is your mage, like straight up. There's like fire spells, ice spells, lightning spells, and then there's like dark ether, which lets others use spells for free, and that builds into a meteor spell. Hoplite isn't hoplite for Terraria. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Except, you know, they're not chucking spears at me. And did I explain everything else yet? Arbalist? Yeah, okay. Arbalist is... he's got a gun. That's about as much as I know. He's got a gun or a bow. So Megaleaf, you got a preference here between... you said you wanted to be a healer, right? Sovereign, basically full support. Monk, specific healer, tank, or whatever. And I think Farmer. Farmer is a weird healer. Farmer is a very strange healer. Like, you have to, like, level them up a lot. And, like, straight up, farmers can, like, revive people, but you can only do it outside of battle. And, like, they can, like, put people to sleep. Like, de-draw aggro from themselves. Like, how do you put this? They make it themselves, like, less likely to be hit. Sorry, ad break. Frickin' ads! Worst time! Anyway, I was asking you if you had a preference on, you said you wanted to be a healer, so... basically, your 3 supports are, Sovereign's a buffer healer, Monk is, like, straight-up healer, and Farmer is, weird, but they kind of heal. Do ads not play for subs? No, they don't. You hear that, guys? Ads don't play for subs. Monk, please? Alright. So wait, what do we got going on here? We got 2 monks, 2 ninjas, and a wildling. Did I make the wildling yet? Megalefion, what do you, which portrait do you want to be? Self-advert. I gotta make that cash somehow, man. I gotta make that dough. Did you hear what Twitch is doing? They're trying to take my revenue that's not there. You gotta tell us to forget not to subscribe, John. But I forgot to tell you not to forget to subscribe. Don't worry, my monk is a harm assist. It won't heal at all. You know what? I mean, we'll see how this all works out. I'm excited to see what in the world is going to happen with you guys' build. We haven't even got to the fun part yet. I am very interested to see what kind of skills you guys pick. I think it's going to be very funny. Let's go for 2 since 4 is taken. Gotcha. How do we put this? Do you want to be called Megaleaf, Leafeon, or Crochet? Crochet has kind of a funny ring to it, but... Assume... Yep, that's what I figured. And Wildling, last one. I believe Phoenix. Phoenix was the one that wanted Wildling. Does anyone? The first time I had a Wildling, like for the first little test team I had. I don't know why, but all of these portraits for the Wildling look so proportionately strange. Like very odd. I think I can get most of your name in there, if not all. So, Phoenix... Flynn... Okay, so just Phoenix. They are Gnata-Gnoblin. I'm Gnaka-Gnome. I'm Gnaka-Gnelf. I'm a Gnoblin. I butchered that. I wasn't even close to getting that right. All right, that should be anybody, barring anybody new that came into the stream that wants a character. But if you do want a character and you just joined the stream, go ahead and lay it out. I'm just going to get the skill points set up for everybody that's already made a character right now. Okay, so let's do a formation with everybody that's here right now. So, oh god, I can't even remember what any of you are. J-Rod's a ninja. Chaika's also a ninja, right? Yeah. Kuro and Leafeon are monks, and then Phoenix a wildling. So typically, you want the wildlings and the ninjas in the back. Ninjas and wildlings on front, rest in the back. Coward. Aren't the monks supposed to be the one tanking? You know what? I'll defer it to you, Kuro. I'll defer it to you. Ninjas and wildlings on front, then. Alright. Now, with that out of the way, let's go with Chaika. Alright, Chaika, this is all on you. How are we building your character? So we have Mystic Calm, which if you are for any reason in the back row, healers are supposed to be in the back after all, but of course you do you. No, it's you guys, you do you guys. Are we permanently dead if we die? No, I'll just be really sad. I mean, we'll be permanently dead if I don't remember to save before we go on the expedition, which honestly will be funny, because it's taken me like 20 minutes just to make 5 characters, and we're not even done yet. Alright, Chaika, are you around still? Because if not, I'll go to the people who are talking right now. So let's go with J-Rod. Oh, Chaika, you are here. Okay, so I'll explain some of this stuff. So, Mystic Calm, if you have 1 point in it, it's kind of good, I believe, because it doesn't give you a penalty if you get put into the back row. But since you're front row, I don't think that'll be like a thing we need to worry about for now. Knife Mastery is just increasing your knife damage. And everybody starts out with a knife, so it'll boost you a little bit. Concealment is like just your bonus evade, which is nice to, like, you know, not die. Just to not get beaten up by all the forest gremlins. Nimpo Dagger is a skill that inflicts sleep onto 3 enemies. It may anyway. I think the lower the skill number, the lower the chance it is to sleep, so the more you invest, the better your chance to put sleep on them is. Mirage is an interesting one. Remember how I said, like, ninjas can make clones of themselves? Well, this is how you do it. This particular clone, it only draws aggro. I don't think it attacks. But if you build, like, 3 skill points into it, you can make Nimpo double, which creates a clone of yourself that you can attack with. And then there's Tonso Jutsu, which lets you run from battle, which, you know, probably going to need to run once or twice, so it's not a bad thing to have. And that is just the first page. There's also an interesting second page, which you can do, like, increase your HP or your TP, which is basically your mana. Bandage is like anything. Anybody can learn this. It lets you heal your allies from the main menu, but not in battle. You already know what combat study is. I explained it earlier. And this is like resource stuff. Don't build this. I might build a couple of extra farmers just so they can do all this stuff if we need it later. But I don't know. Alright. Mirage wouldn't be a bad idea, but I'm not sure if anybody else has an extra slot minion thing. If not, my Knife Mastery sounds good. Well, we do have 2 ninjas. But you have 3 skill points, so it's up to you. Also, there is the case of like somebody running out of mana or TP in this game. So it's completely up to you. Right now you're between Knife Mastery and Mirage. What's TP? Mana. Or toilet paper. I'm sorry, that wasn't funny. Yeah, mana. Knife Mastery it is then. So we'll put 1 point into this right now. Now that you have 1 level in Knife Mastery, you can get Shadowbind, which if you have this, monsters can't run away. This isn't useful for now, but later on there's a monster that's worth a lot of experience points that you can bind their legs so they can't run, which they will try to run, but when I was doing testing for this game, I only ran into 1. Literally 1. I don't think that's going to be an issue in this stream. At least not in this one. If we decide to do it again, I don't know. So would you like to put the rest of your points in the Knife Mastery, or do you kind of want to like spread them out? Mm-hmm. Also, like, with how putting 1 into this gave a Shadowbind, the more you put into it, like, if you put 3 into Knife Mastery, you get Azuna, 5 is Hawk Strike, and 10 is Drawing Slice. Legbind also disables special attacks that require legs. Oh, 2 into Shadowbind. Very interesting. Alright. So that's Chaika done. Next we'll go with J-Rod. What are you feeling, J-Rod? I already gave you the rundown of all these, but if you need another explanation, I'd be happy to help. At least that's how it would work in Neo 5. Well, this is literally my first one, so I don't know if it works like that or not. Also, I didn't really use ninjas in my testing, so... Well, I did, but I'll let you guys know how I built my characters, because it probably was not good. Like, literally, I leveled up 10 times, and all 10 points I put into, like, Knife Mastery, because I was like, oh, DPS go up. DPS go brrr. Feel free to use your best judgment, J-Rod. Do I have to tap the sign? Do I have to tap the sign that says your build, your choices? I've never played these games and it seems like a lot to grasp. See, that's kind of the fun of it, I think, for this stream. I'm not expecting this to go well. I'm just wanting to see what happens if I listen to every single thing you guys say for your characters. So, like, I'll go to Kuro for now. And if you decide, like, you want Knife Mastery or Concealment or whatever that, I'll go back and put them on there. Alright, Kuro, you're up. I always try to max out TP first, since that makes you able to go deeper or longer. How about Concealment? Alright. And now that we got 1 point in Concealment, there's an Impo Flight, which it gives you a high probability to nullify a physical attack this turn. Basically, if you're low on health, not a bad idea to have this. There's also some enemies that like take a turn to charge and then do a devastating attack next turn, or this comes in handy. Do you want everything into Concealment, or do you want to spread it out a little more? You have 2 more points. I guess we can go over to Kuro. Kuro, you sure you want to max out TP first? Just dump all 3 points into TP? I mean, I guess I can... For my monk, I'll leave it up to you. Kuro, I'm about to get out a sign and start tapping it. I'd like to spread it out between the Conceal It and Mirage. Okay, there we go. Where's Mirage? Where's Mirage? Do you want a Tori, which makes monsters target one ally for 3 turns? That's kind of a mean skill to have, isn't it? It's like you're pointing at someone on your team. Get him! He did it! Just a harm assist on paper. No healing skills for her. I see. Okay, so J-Rod, since Kuro isn't telling me their build, I need you to like work with me here. I need you to get Otori, right? And I need you to tell me specifically to always point to Kuro. Always make the monsters kill Kuro. You did one Otori, right? Let's see. Well, since you don't want any healing skills, there's Fist Mastery. Meat shielding. Hey, you know what? Why don't we do that and then give Kuro all the points into aesthetic reward? So that way it's beneficial for everybody except for Kuro. Kuro will die for our sins. Decreases damage from trap floors. No. Regain TP even allies defeated. No. Okay, I'm down. You heard the man, Kuro. This is on you. Strike attack that's in your key against one enemy may paralyze. Kuro, I'm gonna defer this to you. Do you want 2 more points in Fist Mastery or Kikyoken? But while you're figuring that out, we'll go to Leafeon. Leafeon, Doko, are you here? And if Leafeon isn't there, Phoenix. Okay, we'll give Leafeon some time, so Phoenix is here right now. Phoenix? Have Kikyoken and then TP. Alright. See, was that so hard? Was that so hard? Alright, Phoenix, here's the deal. Beast Soul is useless without getting any of these calls. If you tell me to put 3 points into Beast Soul, I will be disappointed, but I will understand because it's good content. Okay. So basically, from what I'm understanding, the more points you put into Wild Mastery, the more animals you can summon. And the higher the points in Wild Mastery you have, the better summons you can get, like lion or tiger or elephants. But there's also passive skills down here, passive and support. So alertness will reduce our chance of being ambushed, which honestly is really good. But it's also funny if we get ambushed. So keep that in mind. Primal Drums threatens the enemy, lowering their defense. Not bad, not bad. Loud Roar, that lowers the physical damage of all enemies for 3 turns. Also really good. Give me Call Snake and Beast Call. Did you mean Beast Roar? Or you can raise evasion and point Otori to that ninja with high evasion. Yeah, see, Bakuro, that's smart. We want you to die. This is on you, man. Also, I'm not part of the team, so you guys can't point at me. And no matter how much you yell at me, I'm not putting my character into that death squad. Wild Mastery 1, Call Snake, and Beast Soul. Sounds good, Phoenix. Alright. And Leafeon, are you home? Are you here? Are you there? Are you anywhere? Leafeon specifically mentioned being a healer. So if they do not show up within the next couple of minutes, I will just dump into healing. Are we playing Etrian Odyssey or Bulikuro? Why not both? Alright. Said he'd be AFK earlier. Frick. Wait, does this mean I have to bring my character in? Oh, that'd be so bad. So what I'm gonna do, and wait for Leafeon until they come back, hopefully, is I'm gonna build 5 farmers. Apparently this isn't a bad idea. There are certain items you need, like gathering and mining and like wood cutting. That's where the farmers shine, because it allows you to get more in an expedition. And more resources means more weapons and armor. So I'm just gonna quickly make 4 more farmers. Is this like Bravely Default? In what aspect? I played Bravely Default like the day it came out, and I haven't touched it since. Nine. 8. 88. Okay, fine, that works too. 7. And 6. 66. You know what? Whatever. Alright. Then, same thing as last time. Is there a way for me to, like, put skill points into him from this right here? You think there would be? If not, I guess it's not a big deal. I'll just register what we have right now. And then work with the farmers real quick. Forget to click OK! John, are you excited for the Breath of the Wild 3 to come out at $80 and 720p at 30 FPS? You know it, man. I still have Tears of the Kingdom on my Switch. I bought it like 3 weeks ago. Still haven't played it. I really need to. I haven't even beaten Breath of the Wild. Oh, wrong one. Custom, skill, combat studies. Just dump that real quick. Combat study. Another nice thing about the farmer is that they have a skill called Earth Bounties, which is an increase to all the experience points of your party members, which also coincidentally helps with party members outside if they have combat study. But that doesn't matter too much, I don't think, with what we're doing right now. All right. So I can reset the skills later on. It just lowers your level or whatever at that point. It's kind of a bummer, but since Leafeon has not come back yet, I will just go ahead and dump what I think they would have wanted. They seem pretty clear in what they were trying to build. So we'll go with 1 level in Form Key, 1 level in Heat. Actually 2. We have to do 2. We don't get refresh until another one. This is going to come in handy later from what I've seen. I'm not looking forward to the poison area. Alright, and with that, we are officially ready to go. Ready to get... Jesus Christ. Ready to go. Wow. Before you go, let me explain one thing. It's about the documents I gave you along with the guild certificates. More explorers actually read them carefully. If you don't feel like it, just throw them away. I already threw them on the ground and I'm trampling on them as we speak. But if you hope to go all the way into Labyrinth, you'd be well serving to give them a look. Picks them up and dusts the boot print off them. Oh, right, limit skills. Forgot about that. We need to set that up real quick. I don't know how to use them exactly, but sometimes, like, I think during the battle, your limit gauge fills up. I'm not exactly sure what causes it. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have those equipped. So, Indomitable. I guess Phoenix would be good for that. No. We'll have Kuro have Dominos. We'll have Kuro be Indomitable. And Charge Tactic is good for the support, so Leafeon, Phoenix, and we'll have Chika and J-Rod do Clash Slash. Okay, we're good to go. I think. And I remembered to save it, so we're fine. Oh my god. I almost saved over my main profile. I would not have been happy. It would have been funny, but I would not have been happy. And we should have enough money to at least outfit some of you guys. I don't think either of the monks... Wait, hold on. I need to check this before I do anything. This is important. Kuro is a Harm Assist. They do have Fist Mastery. See, what I don't understand is 1 level of Fist Mastery better than a dagger? Something is telling me it's not. Remember when you saved over your wrong file in Rune Factory 5? Yes, J-Rod. I had just recovered from that and now you went and dug up past trauma. Thanks a lot for the bad memories. Although it was my fault. It was my fault. So we're gonna go to the firm. And I think there is no better dagger, so most of what everybody has is the best they're gonna get as far as weapons are concerned. Let me just make sure of that before I do anything. Huh. You guys can use books. Interesting. We'll go ahead and give Phoenix the spear. Start in the front row. Oh, you guys can use... No, you guys are supporting it in the back. It's fine. Well, I mean, I guess Kuro isn't really. We'll give... No. Let me get armor first. We'll work on our front line first. Because, you know, it would be tragic if they died. I don't know how much I'd be able to deal with them dying realistically. So, did anybody see the, what was it? The Summer Games Fest today? I only caught the tail end of it with the Sony Expo and saw that, Rebirth or whatever it's called. Wait, was it Rebirth? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? I saw that in the trailer for it. And oddly enough, the thing that maybe the hypest out of that was seeing Red 13 do his little spinny attack. And I guess seeing Yuffie fight too. And there was also Mortal Kombat 1. I'm like, I played Mortal Kombat 2 for the SNES, like back when I was a kid. I don't remember if that one was censored or not. Is that the replacement for E3? I mean, Summerfest has always been there, but technically yes, since E3 canceled, most of the devs are showing off their stuff at this one. Oh wait, there was one more I heard of, and it was really strange, but kind of exciting. I don't know how many people have heard of this game, but there was an old Steam game called... what it was called? Hammer Watch. And, you know, it's kind of weird to think of back there, like back then. Like back when Steam only had maybe 30 games on it. This was like the old days of Steam. I remember that, like their store was very limited, and just like seeing how much they have on it right now, very weird thing to think about. Like there was just a time where my brother was telling me about the newest game that came out on Steam, and it was literally just one. Like VVVV or something like that. Would to think how far we've come as a society. But Hammer Watch was one of the first ones that's like a tower exploration game. And you leveled up your characters like based off of coins you found in like the based off the coins you found on the ground and went to like skill merchants and stuff like that. I was not expecting them to announce a sequel that was kind of like Diablo 2 today, but they did. It was very interesting. VVVV? Yeah, VVVV. An old school game, very old. It's pretty interesting. I think I played it once. I don't remember beating it, but I do remember it. Okay, just to be sure there's no quests, right? Yeah, no, I figured not. I remember back in the old days, like, I think this is around the time I was like 14, 15 or whatever. Like, back when I was like in the mid parts of high school, I just had my laptop and I would be surfing the web to see what ROM hacks or like fan games people have created, just so I can give them a try. I remember being really into Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario. And what are your thoughts on Sony's Project Q? What's Project Q? Like I said, I didn't catch all of the Sony announcements, but I think I might know what you're talking about, and if it is, then I think it's interesting. I'd like to see where they go with it, if it is what you're talking about. There was like one game, like you're like shooting magic from your hands or something like that. It looks very interesting. So disappointed it's not a Vita successor. Oh, a streaming handheld. No, I did not see that. So when you guys say streaming handheld, what do you guys mean? Like, is it like a handheld recording device or a handheld game that's stream capable or whatever? Oh, here we go. You know, let's just see how much this does. I don't think I've ever used that move. I don't want to waste TP. Call Snake is a lot. I'll just attack with everybody and see how this goes. It's like a Wii U tablet, essentially. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I think I did see it. I didn't, like, watch it. Like, I didn't watch the full presentation. I just saw, like, a picture somebody was, like, posting around the internet of, like, comparing what they just showed at Sony to the Wii U. And then I had flashbacks of trying to play Star Fox Zero on the Wii U and having a miserable time. If anybody has never heard me ramble on about this, I hate what Nintendo did. I hate what Nintendo did with Star Fox. Oh. Sorry, Chaka, you died. Who could have seen this coming? Not bad, not bad. And now we slowly slink back to town in shame to revive Chika. Could you imagine if I did permadeath here? Like, I actually did permadeath? And I just let Chika die for no reason? Thankfully, it's very cheap to fix you guys up right now, so it's not that big of a deal. Except for the experience thing, that is kind of a bummer. Who would have thought so squishy ninja would die in frontline? Certainly not me. I wanted to put the monk in the front line, but no, Kuro had to put it somewhere else. Project Q is basically a portable console that's not really portable because it requires a PS5 and an internet connection. Sometimes I don't know what they're thinking. I really like with like what the like oh my god, hold up, with what companies are doing nowadays and like the announcements they're making, like that whole kerfuffle, that's the word, yeah, with that whole kerfuffle that happened with Twitch over the last few days, and then that freaking handheld device that Sony's coming out with. I'm just starting to think that they literally do not understand what we want. I'm sure they told you to send it to us, but your task is to map this floor. You're gonna actually make me draw? Well, I know how to do it. So how detailed do I have to be? Also, hold on, bear with me for a second. I want to try something and it'll be funny if it works. Ready? Oh. Guys, do you think this will work? There's no way this works, right? Da 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 da. Give back the map. And now guys are just going to see a bunch of scribbles everywhere. What the what map are you making? Can you explain what's happening? I am currently drawing on a map that they gave me. Every step I take is automatically filled out with this blue square. And, oh, you know what? I probably should have done it there. Okay, time to find out. Hey, I finished my map. You return and the guard's stern voice hails you once again. Is your map complete? Show me that, might I examine it? The guard's severe expression is unwavering as he pores over your map. It's a beautiful piece of art. As he pores over your map with a critical eye. No, this will never do. You've much more to chart. I don't know how much more I can fill on this map, to be perfectly honest. It appears you won't be passing this way yet. You must redouble your efforts to remap the area. Oh. There is an undo button, thankfully, so, you know, not that big of a loss. Alright, we'll fill it out the normal way. So, like, if you look at the map here, if I take a step backwards, I mean, to the right, backwards bumps into a tree, looks right, I mean, right? It'll fill the square of, like, every spot that I'm stepping on. Basically, this game is like, if any of you have ever played the old Legend of Zelda where they didn't, like, have a map of the areas around you and you had to draw it yourself, that's what this game is. So, like, you'll walk around and try and make a little map of where you're going so you know where you're supposed to be or what shortcuts there are. Alright, let's try and get this all sorted out. These guys, not too bad. They do blind, though, and that's very annoying. I think... somebody had dodge. Somebody had dodge, didn't I? You know, I haven't seen Kuro around. Let's bully Kuro a little bit. J-Rod, quick, point at Kuro. This game works way better on the 3DS with the second screen and stylus. Yeah, I would imagine so. It's not terribly bad with like using a mouse, but it is a little weird navigating the map. Although it's fine, I guess, if you're just drawing what's around you. The point of Kuro, you pointed right. I don't think Kuro's right. I don't even think he's right in the game. I think he's bottom left. We'll just have Kuro defend. No, that's not what Kuro would want. Kuro said he's a harm assist. We must punch. We must punch. What was I talking about earlier? Whatever. So I don't think I mentioned this when I was talking about it in my last stream, but it's very weird going to the trauma center in a hospital. Like, if your patient or like your family member or whoever you're visiting, if they didn't know their name or they weren't able to communicate with it, the hospital gives them their own name. So I tried to find my brother and I said, hey, I'm here to visit Johnny brother. And they're like, no, we don't have anybody here listed under that name. And I'm like, huh? And so I looked at my phone and my family was telling me, try saying, they gave my brother the name Oklahoma. And I'm like, how about Oklahoma? And then the receptionist looks at me, lowers her head slowly, and she's like, did you say Oklahoma? She sent me to the third floor. I'm like, yes? Was I not supposed to ask for that? But yeah, that's another thing you can do. I was just kind of absent-mindedly doing this. You can, like, be a little more specific with your map. Like, stencil in that there's a wall here, but there's a bush I can click on that only lets me go this way. Fairly interesting. You don't have to update it at all if you don't want to, except this guard is, like, legitimately making me and will get angry if I don't. He'll be fuming. I felt bad for my little brother. Like, I mean, of course, if anybody like doesn't know what happened, my brother essentially fell off of his roof and was like real dinged up. Thankfully, he doesn't have any permanent damage, but he was. He had a very bad fight with the ground, and he lost bad. He did not prevail against the ground that day. But he was like very out of it for the like 2 days he was starting to wake up. Like they heavily sedated him for like 2 days because he had like a lot of surgeries to fix what was going on with him. And after the couple of days had gone and like went by, he was slowly coming to, but the drugs were still making him like very loopy and unaware of what was going on around him. So he was wearing his hospital gown, and if nobody really understands, they usually don't let you have clothes on underneath it unless you request it. Like they usually strip you and then like put the gown on. So my brother kept like flipping his gown off in front of family members, and like 3 days later he was like asking like what was everybody's reaction, and I had to be the one to tell him that was like, well, they were just happy you were okay, except for the part where you flashed your nuts to everybody. He's like, I did that? Oh no. And I had to break it to him even worse. My sister-in-law is like the sweetest person ever. She's like out of a freaking Disney movie. And he like flashed his nuts to her multiple times on accident. And so I told him, you flashed her too. You flashed Johnny Brother's wife. He's like, oh my god, how am I ever gonna face her again? Like, it was kind of funny though. It was kind of funny. It wasn't even a fast thing. It was like slowly happening. Like we just see his like arm drift to try and like scratch his stomach or something. And we're like trying to like get her out of the room because we know what's coming. How's he been doing since? Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He is a little bummed out because he's not able to like do most of what he does. Like I took him to the doctor's 2 days ago, and he was complaining like one of the things he wanted to do was like drum. He says, I have all this free time. I could like practice my drumming, but I can't even use one of my arms, so no, I can't. And I was bringing him to the lobby of the hospital, and this guy was in a small crevice. Okay. I need to mark this real quick before I forget. Before I forget that I am a man. Sorry. Talking about drumming made me think about Guitar Hero 3. But I brought him to the lobby, and he was like complaining loudly about not being able to drum, and then this guy, he walks up to us and he was like, man, you should be able to drum. And I just looked down at my brother. He has like one arm in a full cast, both of his legs in like casts and boots. And we just look at him and he's like, I mean, I guess theoretically if I slap my arm and my legs against the drums, but I don't think I'll be doing very well at drumming. It reminds me of when I almost wore my gown backwards with the opening part out of the colonoscopy. Oh my god. I couldn't imagine. I don't know if I'd be able to like face my family or the hospital staff if I accidentally exposed myself like that. I mean, the hospital staff is one thing. They put me in the gown. They've probably seen it, but like, I mean, I had flashed myself to the neighborhood in the Scooby-Doo underwear when I was a kid, and I'm still working my way through that trauma. Couldn't imagine like doing something like that now. All right, level 2. All right, people who are in here. Let's see, let's start with J-Rod. Anything specific? I mean, I guess I could do the level ups after we go back to town, but who knows how long that'll be. Ruh-roh. I'm the only one who didn't level up. Just one more fight, Chaika. Well, you shouldn't have died. You know what? This is your fault. You died. It's not on me, the one with the controller. And it's not on J-Rod because I didn't have J-Rod point at you, which would have been funny. but no, I'll reserve pointing to people who can take a beating. True, my bad, yeah. Learn your place. Shouldn't have made that mistake next time. Should have evaded. What does Mystic Calm do? That one? Mystic Calm is, it reduces TP you use. And if you're in the back row, you no longer take a penalty to attack. I can do that one if you want. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea. Sure, we'll do that. Kuro, you still around here? Kuro, Phoenix, Leafeon. I'll wait for you guys to show up. Just keep progressing, and if you guys show up, I'll do that then. What? No one in your party is skilled at chopping vegetation. Oh my god. That means I can't do anything unless I have a farmer? Oh. That's bad. Hello, Phoenix. Where would you like your skill point to go? I will show you the skill tree as soon as we get out of this fight. Okay, Chaika, I lied. It's gonna be 2 fights. We'll get you there soon, I promise. Visibly shrugs. That ain't how this works. So, raise your monster's damage, try and get more summons. Buff your snake, get a bird, get a mole. Anything else? I promise, we won't kill you in this next fight, Chaika. We will get you to level 2. It will happen. Maybe. Eventually, hopefully. Probably. Bird up! Bird up! Uh-oh. This is a Lynx, I think. Yep, great Lynx. Hopefully this thing doesn't kick our butt. I remember this thing doing a lot of damage, so we're gonna do Nimpo. And hopefully J-Rod goes first, because otherwise we're in trouble. Okay, cool. We're good. Oh, we had a preemptive. That's even better. We're not killing this thing, though, in this turn. And I'm gonna Otori the clone so that he hopefully is drawn to attack it. What do you mean you missed? How did you miss your own teammate? It's not moving anywhere. Auto battle, hope for the best. Oh, Phoenix, I'm sorry. He took a chunk out of Phoenix. Yeah, like I was saying, I fought that thing a couple of times. Beats the crap out of people. So we're auto running if that happens again. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Actually, Shadow Clone Jutsus are capable of taking more than one hit. That was just the regular Clone Jutsu. Sorry, I'm such a nerd. I remember watching Naruto on the Cartoon Network channel when I was younger. And God, how long was it on there? It felt like Naruto went on forever. Roll. Run! Run! Okay, this spot's for a quest, I know that. So if we run into the links, we're more than likely dead. We need to run right now. We're in so much trouble. It ran for like 15 years or more. Oh my god. And that was just regular Naruto, right? Not Shippuden. Because I remember like regular Naruto had like 300 episodes or something like that. And then they like I remember watching Shippuden on there was a network in my area called like Boomerang or something like that. No, Jetix. It wasn't very long lived, but it was called like Jetix. And they had to censor some things. Like there was a character who died in Shippuden, like in one of the near beginning arcs. And they weren't allowed to show death. So when they were clearly carrying like a corpse on like one of the ninjas' backs to like take it to an underground broker or something like that, they dubbed in like the guy going like like you could see like his skin was still grayed from him obviously being dead. The only thing that could have made it worse was like flies buzzing around him. They just decided to dub in little like grunts. I thought that was the funniest thing. Like even when I was younger, I'm just like, that guy's dead. You're not fooling anybody. It's like the 4Kids dub with Sanji and the lollipop. It's like, there's no way. I'm not stupid. There's no way this guy is like literally just eating a lollipop everywhere. I'm trying to think if there was any other like I mean, the 4Kids dub had a lot of funny censorship, like like Crocodile. I don't know if anybody's seen One Piece. Crocodile taking his hook arm and like ramming it through Luffy's stomach, and all they show is like Luffy, like the hook on one end of Luffy and the arm on the other, and you just see water dripping down his arm. It's like, I don't think that's quite what happened, but you know what, whatever. we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide. I'm just happy to be watching this. How did they dub the child deaths in the Chunin exams? You know what? Let me think about that. I don't even know if they showed it. To be honest. I mean, the most I remember was Naruto being eaten by a snake. And like maybe some explosions. I don't remember seeing kids die. But oh right. That was another one. The stupid 4Kids, like there's a character called Smoker and he has like a giant cigar in his mouth. So in the dub, you just like you see him with his mouth open, just like ah, and like he has smoke coming out of it. Which, given his character and like he has like smoke powers, it's like okay, I guess I can see that. It's a little weird, but I can understand it. And they kind of did that with Asuma too, the ninja in Naruto. They just had like smoke coming out of his mouth, but there was no cigarette. Missions, I don't think I have anything there. Oh, I need to report results. Discovery. And the nice thing is it shows you like resistances when you go into battle. Very handy. Although it doesn't matter too much because we don't have anybody that uses like spells. I guess it would help with like cutting and clubbing or whatever it's called. No. Am I able to go to the port yet? Oh, yes I can. Oh, no I can't. Darn. The port is how I made money, and the reason I spent so much time on the sea was because I kept dying and spending money reviving, so I needed a way to get money. This is a controversial take, but Naruto and Sasuke would have been more believable romance than Sasuke and Sakura. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. There's like a there's like a thing that people are just like saying that like Sakura was like completely useless, and it's like I feel like that's a little what's the word? I feel like that's a bit like going too far, you know? I mean, yes, she's very annoying, like very, very annoying, but like she was a medical ninja and she was very strong and stuff like that, but I don't think like entirely useless is like correct, like a correct analysis of that character. Now, 1010? Oh my god. That was the character's name, right? The one that literally just pulled weapons out of a scroll. I swear I've seen her fight 3 times, and she didn't win any of those fights. She was just like a perpetual loser. It's just like, I'll take you on. Like she steps in, you see one sandal foot in the ground, pans up, it's 1010. Don't worry, guys, I got this. And then, like, even as a kid, I'm like, no, she doesn't have that. Oh god, Kuro. I don't think she has it, boss. Uh-oh. She was in the original show, but she did have a lot of development in Shippuden. Yeah, okay, that far I can see. But I don't know, I feel like that kind of makes it slightly more interesting. Like to have a character who's like generally useless slowly become good as the series goes on. Like Naruto. You know, I don't know. I haven't like seen the what was it? The sub of Naruto, like the uncut footage that they originally showed in Japan. So I don't know how much they've cut, but I just remember like there was like a running saying that Naruto and like Sakura did. Like Sakura had like this like I don't even know what to call it. It was like you'd see her like say, "Oh, that sounds fine," and then like it'd show like a pan of like what she's thinking behind a black image. And it's just like, "No, F that. This is not fine." Sha! Like she like would do this every single episode, and then all of a sudden it just those scenes stopped appearing in the dub, and I'm like, oh, does it just not happen anymore? Or was it because people were complaining about it so much that the studios were like, yeah, we should probably cut that out? It's the same thing with Naruto's Believe It. All of a sudden, he just like, he would say Believe It like 10 times an episode, and then at one point he just stopped. He stopped believing in himself. Also, almost everyone was powerless against the Akatsuki and Orochimaru. They had otherworldly superpowers when they were supposed to be ninjas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know that was kind of weird thinking back on it. It's like, how did they grow so much? Because like I remember Orochimaru like taking on the village, and like what's his name, Sasuke's brother. Frick. It's not Obito. I'll remember this. I promise. I promise I'm not a fake weeb. Frick. Itachi. Itachi, that's it. They had Itachi come to the village, and the shark guy, and like in the original Naruto series, it's like nobody could tape them on, like absolutely nobody, and like it wasn't even close. They had Kakashi and Guy come in there, and it's like, oh, we could barely hold him off, and then like in Shippuden, Guy fights him, and it's like Guy solos the shark dude. It's like, oh, well, what happened to you not being able to fight him? Is that just a bunch of malarkey? And then, like, it feels like Orochimaru, like, he went from being super hard to fight and kill to being, like, he was like a cockroach. He couldn't fight anymore. He just wouldn't die either. Good deal. Thank you for the follow. Dude, I'm gonna lose it if another frickin' Lynx shows up. I think I have to fight this thing. Binds the head. When it says bind the head, does that mean it blinds it? Like, not bind, blind? You know what? I'm gonna summon a bird just to see. And hope one of my people doesn't die. Oh! Go shock. Okay, well, what does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Plot convenience? Yeah. Speaking of, like, plot convenience, I hate the power of friendship trope. Like, I really liked bind restricts movements per the enemy. Yeah, but like, what does binding the head do? That's my confusion here. J-Rod, I'm gonna need you to point at that bird for all of our sake. Enemy abilities require head, arms, or legs. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Oh wait, isn't that really good for this guy then? Because he does bite attacks, so that just limits him to clawing. Hey, you know what? Good call, Phoenix, on that bird. Good call. I think you would check by clicking reference. See, I understand. Friendship is power works in some series, but when it's done every time, my eyes roll. Yeah, like I was watching Fairy Tail like when I was like first starting to go to college with my brothers, and then it was just like, oh my god, this wizard is too strong. He's overpowering us. This is literally the strongest wizard in the land. He's like a walking calamity. We can't beat him. And then like the main character gets knocked on his butt. It's just like, but my friends. And then he just kills the guy all of a sudden. I was like, huh, how does that work? There was no development here. You just got a little stronger. As you continue through the forest, you reach a hall where colorful blossoms emit a sweet scent. The peculiar flowers sway in the wind. Their sweet fragrance grows more alluring. You consider resting here to fully enjoy the flowers. Yes, please. Everyone recovered 10 TP. Awesome. I wish I would have healed before that, but I guess that's fine. Oh, never mind. Everybody's right around full health. Guess that's not bad. That's exactly what happens in Trails of Cold Steel, but not Trails in the Sky. Is Trails in Cold Steel before or after Sky? I still need to play Sky. That's going to be one of the ones I do soon enough. I think, like, I just wanted to, like, do this kind of stream. I don't know if it's going to be a one-off or if we're going to do this again or what. But I wanted to, like, do this once, see how that went, and then, like, try to finish the Rune Factory 5 thing, and then move on to other games. Like, I think one that would be fun to play, I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's called Shadows of Doubt. It's like a procedurally generated detective game where you can literally crawl into ducks and like invade people's homes to find clues on murder and stuff like that. You could also do odd jobs like taking pictures of people like stealthily, or like sabotaging like computer files or something like that. It's a very interesting game. I had a lot of fun playing it. What do we got? Medica. Frick. Medica. Not the links again. Call the bird. You, call you. Please don't bite someone. Oh my god, Chaika, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to get people killed, but it keeps happening to Chaika of all things. Actually, it's only Chaika. I don't know why. The only reason that Phoenix died in the last Lynx fight was because like I couldn't run away and he just died. This is like what, the third time that Chaika's just got bitten? And what's funny is it's always the same enemy except for the first time where I was careless and let you get licked up by a frog. Except for that time. I'm sorry, Phoenix. Oh my god. J-Rod, Levion, kill him! Whew. So we have a dilemma. If I keep exploring this way, there should be a spot, if you look at the bottom right of the screen, like if I keep following this way, there should be a shortcut that leads me to the beginning, but I could also die. So I'm gonna quick save, and hopefully we don't die. I'm gonna keep that in mind. But yeah, like see right here. That was close. I'm gonna get right to the door and then die, aren't I? Alright. I need to level everybody up. What's sad is that we don't have any more money to treat people. Like, I could sell some of the resources I have, but I think we're getting close on actually not being able to treat the people we have in our party. Now, this is the cool thing about this game. It's kind of like Monster Hunter, to where if you like get monster resources and bring them into town, you can actually unlock more equipment and stuff. I thought that was pretty neat. Speaking of, I don't have any money. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna save really quick. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna stay in the inn. There should be an option to set auto mapping full to make navigation easier in the dungeon. Yeah, I agree. Not that I don't mind filling out the map myself. I just kind of wish I didn't have to do like all the work. Like putting icons for shortcuts and treasure chests, I can do that. I can do that no problem. I have an issue with having to draw the walls and the hazards. But I don't even think they fill out hazards really. Unless you step into them, but even then it's annoying. But yeah, filling out more than just a tile you're standing on would be like really good. I think full just puts walls as well. I see. So I'm gonna go fill up my water can real quick because my throat is definitely feeling it. And there were a few level ups. Chaika and J-Rod, I believe you both leveled up, so you can figure out what you want to do, then that's fine. Actually, let me get it to the Let me get it to the page really quick. Actually, yeah, both of you have the same thing. Alright, I'll leave it with this for now. You guys let me know what you want. I'm gonna go get some water and go to the bathroom real quick. I wish I could separate these. Maybe I'll figure out how to someday. There. Alright, I'll be right back. I have returned. I know I've spent too much time on YouTube. When that comes up on my recommended feed, I always watch it when it does come up. That video is... I'm just overly impressed with how well that guy is able to play inside that, like it's not even... I know it said a bear suit, but, like, it's like a really weirdly shaped bear suit. It's like a circle with, like, tiny arms. And that guy is just able to play the drums like crazy. It doesn't inhibit him at all. Alright. And there's a blue guy with a guitar. I didn't even notice that one, but... Now that you're back, Leafeon! 2 skill points. Do you have anywhere that you'd like to put them? There's healing, which, you know, heals people. Refresh, which gets status effects like blind and poison off people. Unbind, which gets binding off. And there's also form of key, which heals people no matter what support spell you use on them, which is nice. What is this? Oh, this is just a passive skill. It increases your rate of recovery from status ailments. Different video, Lou. Oh. See. Let's go with Chaika for now. Let's refresh. Gotcha. Oh, that's why I couldn't use this. I was wondering why. And now I'm sad. I guess I had to take the dagger off Kuro. Curse you, Kuro. I don't know if Chaika's around here. I don't think J-Rod said anything either. I'll just go ahead and get that knife off of Kuro really quickly. Which means I can sell it for money, which I desperately need. Oh, hey Chaika, you're here. Have any idea what skill point you want to be put into whatever skill you got? I promise English is my first language. We have Nice Mastery, Shadow Bind, Concealment, Ninpo Daggers, Ninpo Mirage, Tanso Jutsu, Mystic Calm, or any of these weird ones. Fortnite servers go down for the new season in 54 minutes. Oh my god! Not my Fortnite! I played Fortnite like 2 times. I'm terrible at FPSs. I really am. I used to be good at Halo. That was like when Halo 3 like had the online lobbies. I remember I was like Diamond or whatever ranking systems they had. I was fairly high up on it. I even there was like this special thing called like SWAT King. Like it was a special emblem that like only the best players had. And one of them was on my baseball team, so it was like very interesting to talk to him about that stuff. Shadow Bind. Man, I remember when I played Fortnite in Season 2, such a different game now. I mean, the one thing that would tempt me to play Fortnite is that they have the build list mode. My boomer brain couldn't handle building, and that was the reason I didn't play Fortnite. That and my friends were into PUBG. I didn't really like playing those games on my own. Have anything specific you want, J-Rod? Or should I just go with my gut? There's a buildless mode now? Yeah. LOL, we could suck at cough. I mean, play together. Well, I don't think I'll be getting back into FPSs anytime soon, or third-person shooters. Do Nympho Flight so I can get some reflexes. You got it, Chief. I mean, the closest I came to doing FPS again was Valorant, which is fun, but I'm not very good at it. I'm like terrible at Valorant. I tried to do ranked, I don't remember what I was. I think it was terrible though. I would only play Sova because he had a bow, and I think bows are cool. It was literally the only reason I played that character. Understandable, it's a sucking void. I love it. You play Fall Guys, that one I would like to play with friends. Oh yeah, didn't you stream Fall Guys, J-Rad, or am I thinking of someone else? I still have to do the map, don't I? I need to save. Oh my god, are we still level 2? This is so sad. Oh wait, no. It's because Chaika's in the lead, then Chaika keeps dying. I'm sorry, Chaika, that this keeps happening to you. Or am I? Dun dun dun. I apologize, it is not my intention. You return and the guard stern voice hails you once again as your map complete. Show me that my exam is it. No, this will never do. Really? Is there still more you need me to fill out? Not really interesting for me, too brainless for my taste. I can't believe you would call Fall Guys brainless. There's a lot of thinking involved in where to dive. And like when to do the woo woo woo. I remember like doing that stupid taunt at like the top of the Rising Goo level, the one where you do an obstacle course and just grabbing people and shoving them off. I only played like for a small period of time. Don't forget to change the mapping setting. Is there a mapping setting? Like what specifically can I change about it? And first-person shooters aren't brainless? Depends on the one you're talking about. Like, if it's Valorant, there is some thinking involved there. Also, I refuse to call Fortnite brainless because I don't know how those kids, like, jacked up on Mountain Dew are building all of those freaking contraptions that they build. It is so insane to see them just, like, really crazily jump around and like build things around them. It boggles my mind. Oh my god, please attack that one. Leafeon, heal. Auto map so it outs the walls for you. Oh my god, there's a feature for that. Do you realize how many walls I drew by hand? This information would have saved me seconds of time. Alright, where's that feature? Hold on. Auto map. Floors you pass through and surrounding walls will be automatically marked. God. This whole time! All those wasted years. This game looks amazing on Switch. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm not playing on the Switch, though. Do you have this on Switch, Leafeon? I kind of wish it would, oh hey, I could do this again. No. I kind of wish it would add the doors too. But it is nice that I know about the walls thing now. No, I want. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I've been having a good time with it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read that. Didn't Hogwarts Legacy come out on Switch? I don't know if it has yet. I thought they were talking about it, but I just can't imagine that on the Switch. Like, I figured like the Switch would catch on fire if it tried to process wizards flying around in a broom. As you carefully peer into the bushes, you can find an animal caught in a hanging snare. You hear the cries of its brethren around as if in response to his pitiful wailing. Set the animal free. This is probably a bad idea, isn't it? Yep, we're gonna free the animal. After you cut the rope with a knife and remove the trap, the animal nimbly jumps down. The animal is still young. Once it's freed, two of its kind that seem to be its parents emerge. You freeze. You can see that your luck is about to be put to the test. Oh god, I'm very unlucky. If your luck fails, the beast will misinterpret your kindness and attack. The beasts glare at you for some time, their hackles raised. But eventually they slowly retreat. They seem to have understood your actions were meant for kindness. Oh, thank God. I played The Witcher 3 on the Switch and my hands started burning. I was just kidding, but you know, that is kind of funny. It reminds me of, there was like this old school Twitch copy pasta of like a chatter asking people not to type too fast on his computer because it was starting to burn his lap. Ouch, it gave you fire magic. You know, that reminds me, my little brother. Like, I don't know why things keep happening to him like this, but my little brother, we were baking cookies when we were younger. And my little brother walks into the room and he goes, "Oh, hey, what are you guys cooking?" And then my sister, with like a plate full of cookies, like fresh out of the oven with the tray, turns around and my brother takes another step forward and his chest touches the tray. And we just hear, like he goes, "Ah, my nipples!" Like his nipples had made contact with the tray and started sizzling on contact. It wasn't funny at the time, but just remembering the sizzling noise and him, like, with his high-pitched squeaky voice screaming, "Ah, my nipples!" We cracked us up even now. It reminds me of, the nipples thing reminds me of Balloon Shop, an old YouTube channel. I miss that content. Or, I don't know. I mean, some of it is still funny. I think I watched some of it not too long ago, but this could be young John humor speaking here. It's like whenever you'd like watch like Power Rangers or Barney or Teletubbies or whatever children's show you watched as a kid and you think it's the greatest thing, and then you come back to it as an adult and you just cringe at what it is for now. Oh my god, these things are blindingly and killing me. I burned my little bro with a hot glue gun once and I never used a glue gun since. Freaking ow. We didn't use glue guns, like, unless it was like for arts and crafts, but I do specifically remember, sticking glue in our hands. Me and my brothers and sisters would like stick glue in our hands and like rub them together just to like peel it off and have little hand-shaped glue things. That's how we spent our time as children. Back in the days where we didn't watch TV too much and we like kicked cans down the street, threw rocks across the road. That was all we did for fun. Cringe. Shut up. Shut up, Megaleaf. You leave me and my glue-rubbing sisters and brothers alone. That sounded really weird coming up, but you know what? I meant what I said. Cringe. Cringe streamer. You whippersnappers in your Fortnite wall building. You'll never understand the joys of glue peeling. Don't make me get out the cane and start swinging it at you guys. Glue rubbing. Shut up, J-Rod. I'm trying to get past that. I'm just glad you didn't tack on the last part of what I said with that. My brothers and sisters. Oh, for God's sake. This could be the end of our journey, chat. Please! I was considering adding that last part. I know you were. I could feel like... I feel like you typed out that sentence and then you clicked backspace repeatedly, not to spare me a little bit. To spare me some humiliation. Ferris Bueller's Secretary comes to mind. I've never seen that movie. Like, I know, like, I've seen, like, one part of it, and it's literally the part that people just keep talking about, where it's like, Bueller? Bueller? Like, it's, like, calling out to him on the intercom. What? Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Ferris Bueller is a classic. Don't turn against me, you uncultured swine. Hey, come on now. I was too busy rubbing glue on my hands and kicking cans to be watching Ferris Bueller. There's also, but yeah, that Bueller line is overquoted. Yeah. I haven't even seen the movie and I can feel it that it's overquoted. Even I do it every time. It's just like, I'll call out for someone. It's like, J-Rod? Megaleaf? Bueller? Bueller? I'll just... Anytime I start like calling somebody's name, I'll just like think of like that specific thing and I'll just keep repeating it. I have this problem where if I'm like in the middle of a tangent or something, I'll be talking to like my brothers or sisters and like it reminds me of something. Uh-oh. How far back is this? Do I need to load the like, actual load? Yeah, I probably do. Anyway. I have a problem to where if I'm just like talking to my brothers and sisters and I'll say something or they say something and it instantly reminds me of like a TV show or a movie quote, I will say it immediately without hesitation. Like me and my sister, I don't know if you guys have seen Disney's Tarzan. Anytime me and her, like, we hang out a lot, like a couple times a week. Anytime we leave, it's just like, okay, Johnny sister, I'm gonna leave. She'll look at me and she'll go, goodbye, Tarzan, goodbye. Like, it's like at the very end of the Tarzan movie. And that's what we say to each other when one of us is leaving. We'll just, it makes no sense to anybody else, but we both find it funny. So we'll just keep doing it. Imagine going to class and not hearing your teacher say Bueller. J-Rod, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I was homeschooled. Most of what's normal for for you youngins that actually went to school is not normal for me. John, how often are you able to stream now that things have calmed down? I wouldn't... I mean, things have calmed down, yes, but I still have, like, I'm my brother's driver to, like, take him to the hospitals and, like, physical therapy and stuff like that. So, I should be able to stream... Like, I want to stream... Ideally, I would stream every day, honestly. But that very much depends on what I've been doing. Like, the reason I'm streaming today is because today I was supposed to go to my brother's house, trim branches that were hanging low on his tree, and then mow his lawn, which is huge. And then immediately after that, go to my brother's house and help him move furniture into his house. And that was supposed to be my day today. Neither of those things happened. That's why I'm streaming right now, because I'm not dead tired. Like, I have sleep apnea, which already saps my energy, so whenever I do, like, physical activities, it just knocks me out for the day. So, depending on that, on whether or not I'm actually doing something or did something on that day, will depend on if I stream. I don't have anything going on tomorrow except for mowing my brother's lawn, but he has a ride mower. I'm not going to be really physically exhausted, so theoretically I should be streaming tomorrow. Unless, of course, my brother calls me and needs something, then we'll have to see. But I'm going to try to stream more. I'd like, at the very minimum, would like to stream 3 or 4 times a week. Saturdays usually are good days for it because I'm busy just hanging out with my brother, and then nights I have nothing to do. So hopefully that goes the way I think it will. I don't stream on Sundays, I don't think. I don't stream Sundays because I'm like busy the entire day. Any ideas on when you will stream next time? Probably the same time. Maybe 8 p.m., 9 p.m. That's probably when I'll do that. As for what I'm gonna play, if I do stream tomorrow, it's gonna be Rune Factory 5. I really, really need to finish that challenge because I want to make a freaking video for my main channel. I have a few ideas for videos I've wanted to do for my main channel, but it's like this Rune Factory 5 thing is hanging over me like a dead goose. So I just want to like hurry up and finish re-recording some of this stuff. Like, honestly, I could use some of my old footage, but there's so much stuff that I've discovered after I did it initially that I feel like it would be a good idea to re-record it, which is why I'm kind of rushing myself to do it. Today I just wanted to like do this idea and see how it went. But yeah, probably tomorrow 8 p.m. I can't wait to play Project Dragon. Me neither. Oh hey Kuro, you're back. I may or may not have killed you multiple times by pointing at you. But let's see, what was it? Yeah, I'm excited to see what Project Dragon is. I hope it's like what I think it's going to be, and not a boring hack and slash. Because that would just bum me out a lot. Rune Factory has fun combat. I just need it to be a little more challenging to like really get me invested. If they made it easier, I don't know if I would really like Project Dragon that much. Like, I think I'd probably try to finish it regardless if I got it, but I definitely wouldn't be too happy about it. It's like, there was this game I got. I think the weirdest experience I've ever had with like being disappointed with a game was I played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles after playing Final Fantasy VI. So I'm like, oh, hey, I like Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, let's play that. And then I played it for a couple minutes, and I'm like, this game sucks. And then I played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles like 10 years later, and I'm like, oh, okay, this game's actually pretty good. Like, do you guys have any games like where you hated it initially and then you liked it, or where you liked it initially and then came back to it and you hated it and then you played it again later and you liked it again? Because I have a couple of games like that. Persona Q, I liked it at first, like, which is weird because I don't know why I enjoyed this one way more. But I played Persona Q because I played Persona 4 and like loved it. And I did not enjoy Persona Q at all after like an hour of playing it. It just, I don't know what it was about it. It just did not feel good to me. Even though this is basically the same thing. I think it's more, I didn't really have a choice in customization with Persona Q. Like, I could play characters, but I didn't really get to do what I want with them. If I'm remembering right, anyway. But with this, I can literally customize people the exact way I want them to, and that's a lot more appealing. Looks like my Genshin BFF plays it. I wonder if I could hook her in on it. Are you talking about Project Dragon? It's a Dynasty Warriors Rune Factory. Oh, if it's a good Dynasty Warriors Rune Factory coming out. I played Dynasty. Okay, I will say I played like Dynasty Warriors 3, like on the Xbox or whatever it was on. That one I liked. Probably because there wasn't too many good games on the Xbox. But that one I liked, and then they started like, oh my god, my voice, help! I'm turning into an old man! And then they started like going like crazy on the sequels. And then they turned like Zelda into it. And then they turned Fire Emblem into it. And I'm just sick of it. I only played it that one time, and I'm already sick of the series. Tried Limbus Company at release, hated it because you don't control who you target first, then came back to it when they introduced a very hard event that you can manually target attacks. I see. I don't know what Limbus Company is. Limbus makes me think of Plumbus, and then I think of Rick and Morty. That's about where my brain went. What was the challenge again for Rune Factory 5? I forgot. It was beating the final boss of the optional dungeon before fighting the first boss. It is totally possible. It just takes a long time. And it's obnoxious. But it is doable. Oh god, I'm slouching. I can't be doing that. I was talking to you guys, and out of the corner of my eye, I looked at my like face cam and I saw myself starting to shrimp forward and my neck hanging down. Like, I've seen enough old people in the supermarkets that like their like arms are forward and their head is like in their chest somehow. And I'm actively trying not to make that me. Like, I don't want to be that when I grow up. Like, the reason I don't wear my headphones while I'm playing games right now, well, there's a few reasons. Oh god, hiccup. There's a few reasons for that, but one of the main reasons is because I saw that stupid meme image of Tyler 1 taking off his like headset, and he had like a divot, and then somebody edited that divot to like be like halfway down his head. So I'm like, oh god, do I have the gamer divot? And I like run my finger over my head and it lumped down. I'm like, So I stopped like wearing my headphones like normally. Like now when I put them on, I'll just like stick them at the back of my head or at the front so they're not dead center and pulling my head down. Same developer of Lobotomy Corporation, if you ever heard of it. Kuro, I'm gonna have to, I hate to break this one to you, but I've never heard of that one either. Please don't bite and kill. Nibble on Kuro, he can actually take it. Frick! Phoenix, no! He died too young. Actually, you know what? Kuro can take it. I'm gonna point at you. I'm pretty sure that dent in Tyler 1's head is not from his headset. LOL. You know, you'd think that, but then recently there was like an article about this. A guy was shaving his head for like a charity thing, and when he got to the halfway point, you could clearly see like the indent of his headset. He starts freaking out. I don't want that to be me, man. I don't know. It's like one of those things where you get traumatized by seeing it once, even if it doesn't like, even if it's not very common for it to happen, you just see it and you're like, nope, don't ever want that to happen. Like when I was a kid, I lifted my toilet seat once and I saw a spider underneath the seat. And ever since then, every time I go to the bathroom, no matter what I have to do, I lift the toilet seat to make sure there's no spiders under the seat. There's also another unfortunate spider incident that happened to me. I grabbed a toilet roll and felt something crawl in my hand, and there was a spider web inside the hole of the toilet roll, and the spider had come out and started attacking my hand. So now I carefully grab every toilet roll and make sure there's nothing in the center. I have, you know what? This made me think of some other things. I have way too many childhood trauma involving like the bathroom stories. Because I had a nightmare when I was 4 that the Cat in the Hat, like I saw somebody dress up as the Cat in the Hat. Like a really crappy costume from him. And I saw it at like an Easter event. There was like the Easter bunny, and there was like a chicken, like a spring chicken, and then there was some guy in a Cat in a Hat suit. So I had a nightmare. I was sitting on the toilet doing my business, and then out of my shower, like he pulls the curtains across, and out comes the Cat in the Hat guy. And he doesn't do anything. He just squats down and starts staring at me. So now anytime I go to the bathroom, I open the shower curtain to make sure there's nothing in there. You guys want to give me a heart attack? Quickest way to do that, dress up as the Cat in the Hat and hide inside my shower. How big are the spiders in your area? Do you live in Australia? No, I don't live in Australia. Spiders, for some reason, get somewhat big around here, like the size of a quarter. Like, I don't know if you guys would be able to tell very well how big, like, circumference, like, there. But, it's not so much that they're huge. It's that there's 4 spiders here. 2 of them are very deadly. One of them's a daddy long legs, and the other one's just a house spider. The house spider ones are the huge ones. Then there's brown recluse and black widows. Live smack dab in the danger zone. Is the air quality in your area affected by the Canada wildfires? Thankfully, no. Thankfully, no. I heard about New York and how it's like orange down there from all the smoke and air pollution. That's gotta suck. I heard like being outside for 24 hours the way it is right now is the equivalent of smoking 6 cigarettes. John suddenly starts speaking with an Australian accent. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm pretty sure there's at least one viewer I have that's Australian. I don't want to get in trouble with them. They're gonna ride their giant spider down to my area and kick my ass. They're gonna pull out their didgeridoo and start clocking me in the head. Okay, I feel like I might have been more offensive with all that string of comments I just made than talking about like the spiders in the accent. Treatment. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. That didn't say 150, did it? It said 15, right? Okay, yeah, it said 15. LOL, I have the same kind of spiders. Yeah. I don't have very good history with bugs. They're my mortal enemy and we try to stay away from each other. I understand that house spiders are a good thing, specifically because they keep other bad bugs away, like, you know, millipedes, centipedes, gnats, flies, bees, any other thing that could be flying around here. Doesn't mean I like them, though. Doesn't mean I like them. Don't worry, fam, I got you. I'll send it to your house pronto. I've listed 3 things. 2 of them are very concerning. Don't send me spiders. Or cigarettes. If you send me a didgeridoo, I mean, I'd be amused. But I'd be a little confused. Anyway, I believe some people have leveled up. Kuro, you've leveled up. Where do you want your punchy points to go? Fistmastery, Kikyoken, or yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there is HP stuff though. Wolf spiders, recluses, widows, ant spiders, and my favorite spider, the jumping spider. So cute. You know, I don't mind the jumping spider. That one's kind of funny, I guess. I mean, I'm sure I would have a heart attack and pass out the second that one of those jumping spiders like jumped onto my foot. But that has yet to happen, and I don't have any jumping spiders around here, so you know. Raise fist mastery so you can use counter or retaliate. I don't know which one's passive. Neither. Neither is the answer, Kuro. But I have done what you said. I don't know if Phoenix is here, so I will just... Well, I'll make the roll call. Just... Phoenix, he's a point. Alright, and now while we wait for Phoenix, Chaika, you still around here? Are we doing another point into Shadowbind, or are we doing something else? But, let's see. You have jumping spider, we have flying cockroach. I am thankful. Never have I been more thankful to be in the area that I'm at, even with like the black widows and the brown recluses, that I don't have to deal with flying cockroaches. I am so glad I don't have to deal with flying cockroaches. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to talk about earlier. So I have a problem with bugs, and my problem is that they don't seem to like me very much. I was camping in the woods. What are the prerequisites to get further down the tree? Knife mastery. You need to level this up 2 more times to get down here. I was like camping in the woods with a group I was in. And we wanted to explore the woods to look for like twigs and like dry grass as kindling to like light our campfire. And I grabbed I grabbed a stick, and apparently there was hornets around that stick that were using it as a nest, because the second I grabbed it, a giant black hornet or something like that came out and was flying in circles around me. And it was like aggressively flying towards my face, and I kept like dodging. I'm like, vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm like, oh frick. So I start like running, and my sister described it to me as she sees me running as fast as I can, and then 2 seconds later sees a giant black dot following me as well. And I could just like, I feel it like bouncing onto my back. I'm like, frick out, frick out. And like the person that was like our chaperone, he sees me like running with like a pile of sticks. I'm like, and like, I threw him onto like the campfire and like kept running down the hill. And, like that's like one of the worst experiences I've had with like flying bugs. I don't even want to talk about the water bugs that I've had issues with. I walked into my kitchen late at night, and I was getting water from like my fridge, and I took a step forward and I felt what felt like sticks under my foot, and it was squirming. And I get my cell phone and I look down, and under the arch of my foot is a water bug, and it's like the perfect height and shape to be stuck under my foot but not be squished, so I feel it squirming the entire time I'm there. And I'm having an existential crisis because I know if I lift my foot, it's going to move very fast, and I don't know if it's going to run up my leg or not. So I contemplated just staying there until I saw another one running at me. I lifted my foot and then got out of there real quick. I don't have many pleasant experiences with bugs, except for roly-polies. We had a lot of those in my backyard, and we would just like get little sticks and roll them. Like when they would roll up into a ball, we would just like flick them a little bit so they'd roll around the ground. Probably the bug's revenge for me doing that. I did level everybody up, right? I'll start getting into a tangent and then forget what I'm doing. Since they are not here, I'll say Beast Soul for now. Beast Soul for now sounds good. Alright. Hopefully we filled out the map enough that that dingus lets us actually go to the next section of the woods. Please! What more is there to do? Is it because I actually didn't mark the doors? Is that your issue with me? Hold on, let me do this real quick and see if he changes his mind. Smoke on the water. Do 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 do. Smoke on the water. Sorry, that song is stuck in my head. I let my brother pick whatever tunes we're listening to on his little trips to the doctor's office. And he's a drummer, so he likes listening to like rock and stuff like that. You need to mark literally everything. Last Fortnite game, top 5. I am very proud of you for this accomplishment. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. It reminds me of when I would play PUBG. Like, there's a reason I don't play those games on my own. And that reason is I'm a huge coward when it comes to games. Like, if there's loud noises, I'll have trouble just playing it on my own, because it'll always like spook me. And anytime I would play PUBG, I would literally pick a building and then just lay down inside of it. That's what I would do. And anytime it was like, oh, the circle is moving, and I'd remember I would open the door and then immediately get shot. I hated that every single time. Oh, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Hold on. Well, we aren't yet. Oh, I mean, that probably helped, but I need to go to the secret zone. The secret zone, you know, the secret zone. Zone that is very... I've only played PUBG Mobile once, and I got a winner chicken dinner, so I guess I have a 100% win rate. You lucky son of a gun. We're lucky that Tem's not in here. He pulled out the clip where I have a sniper rifle and I missed 10 shots in a row on someone who's crawling very slowly. That clip makes me sad every time I look at it. I was about to freak out if it was another cat. I saw that. He posted it on the Discord. I can't believe he did me like that. How could he do me dirty like that? I'm Dirty Dan. See, this is what I'm talking about. I said dirty and it made me think of SpongeBob. Okay, that's a sentence I didn't mean to phrase it that way, but you know what I mean. I didn't mean to phrase it like that. You know what? Whatever. It is what it is. Please God, I need to escape. Phoenix, no! Chaika, why couldn't you have succeeded in that escape attempt earlier? You failed me. Soiled it. No, number 2. You should make videos where you edit everything. That would be funny if taken out of context. There's too much. There's too much, J-Rod. I say so many things that could be taken out of context. Uh-oh. What, am I gonna have to walk up to this? Oh. That was the issue. See? That is the issue. The issue is your tissue. I don't know if anybody is even remotely aware of what I'm referencing. Back in the days when they would make YouTube poops constantly of just like highly edited like meme posts of random things. There was like an iCarly one that me and my brother still quote to this day, and it was so stupid. It was funny. Sometimes like they still do YouTube poops nowadays, but sometimes I feel like they go too ham on the editing, and that just makes them unfunny. There's a difference between editing something a lot and making it funny, and then editing too much to where it's no longer funny, like, at all. Camping is so boring, though. I can't sit still, only to lose at the end. See, that was my issue. I camped specifically because I was afraid of getting shot. And, did I do it? Hold on, everybody. We need to pause. Oh my God, we did it. We're free. We can progress. Guys, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and we haven't even made it to the other half of the first floor. This is sad. This is so sad. Outstanding. You've done a simply wonderful job around here. Expression utterly transformed. The guard showers you with effusive praise. Go now hence the senatist and report them. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I forgot how to speak English there. Go now hence to the senatist and report to them your success to claim your reward. Fortnite YouTube goes live in 30 minutes. This is gonna be wild. Oh, right, the Fortnite thing. You were telling me about that. I forgot. What is it exactly they're doing? I remember... Actually, I did catch this. It was part of the Sony... It was part of the Sony's presentation. They were announcing, like, something for Fortnite. And then Jeff Keighley, the host, he comes back on stage after it's finished. And he looks so unhappy. He's like... And that was Fortnite. Wow. He's just like, he hated it so much. Although, what are they on now? Like season 74 for Fortnite? They're just like, how many seasons are they on right now? It feels like it's been around for like 20 years. Mostly JRPGs. Rune Factory, Bravely Default. Do I have any Final Fantasy Tactics enjoyers in the chat? Any Ogre Battle 64 enthusiasts in the chat? Going broke, aren't we? You have no idea, Kuro. Literally, I have died so many times that my funds are going dry. Spirits are high, but my funds are not. They do the thing that Overwatch did, right? I know League seasons lasted the whole year. Yeah, League seasons... Well, see, I still play. I still play League of Legends, so I know this. League seasons, they last for 10 months. They take a month break, and then they start in the second half of the month afterwards. You can multi-sell by pressing X on the controller. Why don't I know these things? I've just been selling individually this whole time. Megaletheon, have you played any Persona games at all? I highly recommend Persona 4. It is a great game. Great game. Why not stream League? I used to play a lot from season 4 to season 7 and 8. I mean, I could, but the thing is, like, I feel like a lot of my viewers generally don't like League so much, but League is also one of the only few games that I will actually get angry with. I get so mad. Like, I don't, like, verbally yell at my, like, other teammates or whatever. Sometimes I'll, like, type an angry message, but it leaves me in such a bad mood. Not because, like, I'm bad, but it's because everybody else is doing something that just makes me mad. My puppy needs walkies. Enjoy your walkies with your puppy. Watching people get angry is pretty entertaining. I don't get angry in the entertaining way. I just, like, you see my, like, smiling optimistic face and it slowly just... It, like, gets dead to the world. What do you play? I mained Assassin Poppy. I play literally everything. What I've been doing right now, though, is like Ornn and Nautilus Jungle, which sounds weird, but it actually works out pretty well when people pay attention. But they don't, which makes me mad. Which brings me back to the, the discussion of I get angry playing the game because people don't pay attention. Like, I was playing League with a friend earlier today. And I'm still mad because, oh, I forgot to report to the Senatus. Frick! I was playing with a friend earlier and, like, I wasn't doing the greatest. Do I play ranked or just queue normals? Only ranked. For some reason, playing normals just feels like a waste of time. Like, I think if there wasn't ranked at all in League of Legends, I just wouldn't play it, but I like competitive stuff. Like, competitiveness in games, I enjoy. Like, I'm a frequent watcher of, like, leagues. Oh, that's weird to say. The LCS League. And Smash Brothers tournaments. I watched all those. And when I play League, I will only do ranked because it feels like I'm actually working towards something, you know? Do I get money for this, please? Kind old lady. Pay Farm announced a release date for September 8th. Will you play it? If that's the one I'm thinking of, then yeah. It looked pretty interesting. I'll give it a go. I would just play ranked and get to gold so I could get a free skin. I used to be in diamond. I almost used to be in master. And then, like, I don't know what happened. Maybe I got old. My boomer reflexes are kicking in. But, like, now I'm just, like, sitting around platinum, and what's worse is that they announced, it was either today or yesterday, that they're adding a new tier to the league system, which is Emerald. So, like, if I want to get back to Diamond, I have to get past Emerald and Platinum, which is just very upsetting. Oh, hey, I can go on the ship! Oh my god, we can be not poor anymore! I tried playing recently, and man, I am so bad now. I don't know, maybe, like, you know, I don't have to only stream one game. I can play multiple games. I am capable of it. Maybe one of these times, like, if I get home early and I have absolutely nothing to do, I can stream League for like an hour or two and then get to what I usually do. I tried playing recently and man, I'm so bad now. I felt that way. I used to be... Bruh, what? Missions can give you experience? Yep. Yep, they can. It's very nice. Very nice. Hopefully I can get missions from here now. Ooh, I can. Okay, looks like I need to kill froggies. One frog cheek, 3 slimy legs. Okay. And I know where this one is. It's easy enough. I have to run all the way to the back of the frickin' maze. Hopefully I don't run into any cats on the way. But yeah, that's another thing. I did do a lot of boating stuff, so I got to the point to where there's like a lighthouse. Like, if you get to it on the boat, you can get a mission for like ocean quests. And one of them is fighting a giant bird. And I did that before I went to the second floor. And I got like 3,000 experience. It's very nice, but also incredibly difficult. Because you have to like fill in for like a couple of guest party members. And you died. We don't talk about that part, Kuro. We leave that part out of the story. There's a reason I spent 12 hours on the ocean quests. But yes, that I did. I may have died once or twice or 20 times. That may have been a thing that happened. But yeah, the bird wasn't too bad. The second ocean quest, oh my god, that was terrible. It's like, the first ocean quest is a bird, and it's like, okay, it's a giant bird and it's very difficult. I can deal with that. And I went into the second quest expecting much of the same thing. It was not the same thing. The second quest is 2 monster battles with very hard enemies, and then a boss battle. And I'm like, after the first fight, I'm like, okay, this is rough. And then we get to the second one, and I finished that one, and I'm like, I don't think I could do another one. And then they throw the boss at you, and I got wiped on the first turn. It was so bad. Should we maybe go out to sea? Might not be a bad idea. Nah, let's not do that. I do need to. Guys, I got some good news for you. I am actually going to be buying you better equipment. I know. No need to thank me. But I figure, you know, you guys have been dying so much that I probably should invest in better armor. It might not be a bad idea. And there goes pretty much all of my money, only equipping 3 people. This is so bad. Hey, but maybe we won't die to the first bite of the lynx anymore. Maybe we'll get 2 nibbles out of everybody before we're just owned. Let's see, did we get anything else? Strap shoes. Did I buy 2? No, I could buy 1. That doesn't really help me too much. The shoes are actually giving me strength. I mean, I can give it to Kuro begrudgingly. I've pointed at you enough times. I pointed at you enough times to where I feel like it's warranted that you get some kind of reward. You know what? I'm lowering your attack, which might not be a good thing because you're a physical attacker, or at least that's how we're building you. But you need a defense, dadgummit. You deserve it, Kuro. You know what? You're worth it. Oh, hey, everybody leveled up. Kuro. Another fist point, I'm assuming. Just put me on the front. Oh, fine. I'll put you on the front. You're the one that told me to put you in the back. Make up your mind. There is something else I should be doing, though. I don't think I can do it just yet. I need to put points into my farmers so I can go out and collect resources with them. How long ago did the add that live timer? Can't believe it's almost been 3 hours. Yeah, I don't know where the time has been going. I've been running around in circles on one floor, half of a floor even. And for some reason we're like 3 hours into this. Honestly, I don't know much of anything about the classes until I saw the Monkhouse counter. So I'm guessing you want to work your way to counter. Is that it? We can do that. We can do that. Chaika, J-Rod, just in time. What points do you guys want to invest in? Leafeon is not back from the walkies yet, so I can't ask them. I'm slouching again. I can't do that. Flight. Gotcha. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, that's pretty good. Chaiko, what about you? Another point in shadow binding, knife mastery. Wait, you said you wanted to work down towards the next skills, didn't you? Yep, that's what I figured. Excellent. Perhaps I should go and get the farmers to go collect some resources. Although I have been dying a lot. This is going to be a really risky venture, but I do need to get wood and other resources because it allows me to buy some other stuff. Which might not be a bad idea. Might not be a bad idea at all. Let's give that a go. This will be really quick. Either because I did it successfully or because I died. Either way, well, one will be funny. The other one will just be whenever we need it. Guys, you have the potential to see me die. Isn't that cool? Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited. The Cupcake-inator. Time for the Farmer Massacre of 23. This will be like stepping into Rune Prana with level 1 characters. We're in for a rough time, boys and ladies and other peeps. Ooh, I need to go to bed soon. I've got an early morning tomorrow. Just stay up the whole night, Megalefion. Just do it. Completely wreck your sleep schedule. You'll be fine. Was just watching that clip the other day. I love that movie. Which movie? The Cat in the Hat? I don't know why I get such a bad rap. I just think it's kind of funny. Me and my, that's another thing me and my sisters reference a lot. My sister loves cupcakes. She, like, doodled on that all the time. Like, anytime she would talk about cupcakes or make cupcakes, I'd follow it up with the Cupcake-inator. Disrupt your circadian cycle and never sleep again. Yeah. I wish I didn't. I wish my circadian cycle didn't get interrupted every single time I tried to sleep. I envy good sleepers. I was with my brother yesterday? 2 days ago, I think. I took him to the doctor and he was telling him he needed another surgery because the bone in his cheek, it's like healing properly, but it's also kind of closing his left nostril. He said he's having a hard time sleeping and like breathing through his nose. And meanwhile, I'm just looking at him because I have a deviated nasal septum, which means that one of my nostrils is like bending in a direction that makes it hard to breathe. On top of having sleep apnea, so I'm just like, oh no, what a nightmare. That must be really bothersome for you. Can one of you escape, please? Oh my god, nobody leveled up. How many monsters did I fight? Did none of you really level up from any of that stuff I was doing? Nose bending. The forbidden 5th element from Avatar. Fire, water, earth, air, nose. Yeah, I'm gonna stay up and go for that bed. The Cat in the Hat is definitely cursed, but it's also, I think it's a fun watch, like a late night watch. You know, are you kidding me? Nobody is. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I thought farmers innately had the ability to just farm, you know, like it's in their job description, but apparently I'm mistaken. I thought they would have at least 1 point that they could use. But maybe that's my fault. You need to put a single point in the skills to get anything, I think. Well, you know, Chika, that would have been really wonderful information to know about 10 minutes ago. But thank you, I appreciate it. But you know, just like the title says, my mistakes. This is on me. Please run. Please run. Thank you. It'll be down till the morning, just the hype video, in like 20 minutes, then we wait. See. The Doom stream is indeed doomed. We're doomed. Doomed, I tell ya. Do I bother reviving? Oh my god, I did die. Guys, I said I was gonna die and it happened. I was just kidding. Okay, you know what? We're gonna succeed. All of my endeavors are going to succeed from now on. Also, Mega Leap. Let's try that again. Megalefion, while you're still here, you do have a skill point. Would you like that put anywhere before you head off to sleep? Na 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 na. Was thinking of bringing it up at the time you were specking them. You were thinking about it that far back and you just decided not to say anything. I respect the commitment, but this does make me very sad. This does make me heckin' incredibly sad. Oh hey, resurrect. Revive one ally with healing key. I could definitely use that. And if Megalefion isn't gonna say anything, I'm gonna put it in Unbind so I can get this really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. Nobody tell her. Nobody tell Megalefion. What? Oh. Nothing. Nothing. Go back to whatever Fortnite thing you were doing. I may have broken the rules of the challenge and spent a skill point. I put it in Unbind. I'm sorry. Still walking doggos. You're still walking the doggos? I thought you walked them outside like 20 minutes ago and then came back. Caught in 4K. J-Rod, you and I both know that this stream is barely reaching 1K, let alone 4K. Trying to listen while I walk. I feel sorry for the people in your surrounding neighborhood having to listen to me speak. I rambled on about Naruto and One Piece 4Kids dub for about an hour. I wouldn't wish listening to that on anybody. Fortnite, fork knife. Heck yeah, I love heckin' fork knife. She's probably using earbuds. No, she's got it like, it's okay, I'm from the countryside. Heck yeah. She's like one of those obnoxious people that has like a boombox on their shoulder that's just walking around on the trains and like blaring their music. I don't miss going on the Metro Links in my city when I had to go to school because of those people. Like it's funny how it evolved from boomboxes to like the iPod with no headphones. They just play it on max. I just imagine Megalefion walking around her countryside with a giant boombox listening to me talk. Countryside, do you ride horses? Do you ride horses? J-Rod, please. Not everybody from the countryside rides horses. Be more inclusive of what you're thinking. Do you ride donkeys? do you ride donkeys in your area? How about I don't know what else you guys ride around. Do you guys ostriches? Do people ride ostriches? Camels? Llamas? Alpacas? I don't know what the country folks ride. I don't have a horse though. I see. Backpacking a loudspeaker just like how Babushka did. Just like my babushka used to do. Did you just assume what type of animal I used to traverse the land? I'll have you know my pet tortoise has taken me to many a location. He has only made one trip because it took years for me to get to the supermarket, but that steed is my companion for life. People go to the Applebee's on horseback. You guys don't have, like, parking lots, you just have stables. There's just an Applebee's next to a field, and there's just a barn where you park your horses. I'm sorry, I need to stop. I need to stop. It's true. Is it actually true? That's so funny. I was just digging around. This guy, he kind of looks like my dad, and it makes me feel weird. Like, it's so strange. My dad, like, has that exact style of hair and blue eyes and those glasses and that kind of mustache. If his hair was blonde, that would look exactly like my dad. LOL, no, tie them to the power poles and stuff. You guys don't even have, like, stables or a fence you tie your horses to? Come on, where's the Applebee's barn? Instead of using a truck, we use mules to carry our stuff. The more you guys talk about where you're from, the more I'm starting to wonder, like you guys have like hamsters in the countryside powering like a single computer, and you're using those resources to watch me stream of all things. Please name your ship. What do we name this? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold. How about this? Frick. The SS Disaster, you know what, I like that. Hold on. Just enough, it's perfect. LOL, it was like that at first, yes, I'm on fiber now. Lucky! Lucky! Not for that, we used two newly born chicken looking at each other. So they thought the other chick was the mother, making them run circles around and generate electricity. Don't remind John that he could use the keyboard to names. I'll remember someday, I promise. You admit it, you guys love watching me fumble around my controller trying to type out a sentence that could take me 3 seconds on the keyboard. Also, I don't even know why we came here. I'm not riding the ship. John will remember that. No, I won't. No, I won't. I wish I could, but more than likely I'll forget within 3 minutes. And then you guys will have to remind me to type on the keyboard again. Not here. What was it I was doing? I think I needed to save. Oh, I'll tell you one thing I do need to do. Frickin' Kuro. Your time of reckoning is nigh. Get in the front of the pack. Get in the front! Hold on. We'll have... Chai could go there. J-Rod can go in the back since he has... I think it's like presence of mind or whatever that's called. Phoenix can go there. Kuro can get in the front to be beaten up. And Leafeon's in the back to heal. Cool. Cool. And now we save it because I don't want to have to do that again. I said no. I'm just glad that internet seems to be getting better and better as the time passes, because I remember I remember like taking entire days to download something like Terraria. It's just like, oh man, this game looks cool. I can't wait to play it tomorrow. Have to wake up at the crack of dawn, click the start download button, and be ready to play it tomorrow. I don't miss that at all. I remember like it being such a big deal, speaking of League of Legends, if you had like an internal error, because it meant like you had to click the repair button and reinstall the game. And because it was so big, it literally took you almost an entire day. So it'd just be like, you'd be talking to Riot support, and it's like, oh, you may need to reinstall the game. And it's like, but I want to play today, not tomorrow. Fallout 76 be like, I played Fallout 76. I got the cardboard disc, which was, you know, that was kind of disappointing to see. But then like I did a quest with my friends. Like I bought it with like 2 or 3 friends and we were playing it together. And they all got to complete a quest, and something went catastrophically wrong with my quest. And I permanently could not complete it. And that was where we stopped, and I was like, oh, that's that was so disappointing because I really liked Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. So I thought Fallout 76, like playing multiplayer Fallout with my friends, would be very fun, and I was incredibly sad. We played it 2 times. I spent like $60 on it. I'm like, well, that's a portion of my life and money I'll never get back. Oh, hey, the forging hammer. Nice. Very nice. I remember when we got upgraded service and we got close to 1 megabyte down and thought that was insanely fast. Oh my god, this is only going to take an hour to download. This is crazy. Holy moly, technology is insane. It's just like when my family discovered air conditioning in cars instead of having to roll down the windows. I don't miss those days. And then the worst part, I don't know if we were cursed or something, but every car that we bought, the air conditioning would work for the first month and a half, and then it stopped working. We just didn't fix it. It's either like we have to roll the windows down and be miserable in the heat, or it's the winter time and we have to wait 40 minutes for the car to heat up before we can use the heater. Like, being on the road was miserable. Bro, look at that, I'm tanking. You're doing such a good job, Kuro. I'm very proud of you. J-Rod, please continue pointing at Kuro and getting him killed. Thanks. Thanks. Leafeon, you can heal Kuro if you feel like it. It's not necessary, but you could. As you walk through the forest, you see a small yellowish sprouts at the root of the luxuriant trees. They look edible. Will you muster the courage to pluck one and eat it? What do you guys think? Should we do edibles? Should we edibly eat this red yellow flower? I cast heal. Try eating a sprout. You guys think this is a good idea? Should we do this? Maybe we could have Kuro eat it. That was ancient. Alright, fine. Bet. We'll eat it. Entranced by its fresh scent. Wait, oh my god, Kuro actually did it. Kuro says, these edibles ain't shit. And eats the sprouts and swallows. Suddenly, Kuro begins to complain of severe stomach pains. Kuro, get into RP. RP this. It seems that the sprout, far from being edible, was a species of poisonous plant. Kuro lost 20 HP. Regretting your carelessness, you return to your explorations. Well, it's a good thing you weren't that low. Because, you know, it's getting... I mean, we do have $65, but it is getting pretty expensive to revive people, and I just don't know if we have the funds to revive you, Kuro. Yeah, we might not be willing to spend that much money on you, but you know, you are a valuable member of the team, so maybe we'll consider it. J-Rod continues pointing at Kuro. Can you tell more embarrassing stories? Sorry, Phoenix. Let me think. Kuro, your service is appreciated. Trying to think of what I have told the stream and what I haven't. Because, like, there's a Scooby-Doo story, which is like a classic. I'm not guilty. No, you're not guilty, but you are dead. And, you know, it's getting... the revival services are getting pretty expensive, and, you know, Phoenix is a valuable member of the team, so maybe we revive Phoenix and consider reviving you at the next stop. College baseball. I mean, I did think of a couple now that she said those specifically. I'm pretty sure I told you all what my coach called me, like Frankenstein or whatever, because he said he could hear me running down the bases from the other end of the block, doing something stupid in front of a crush. No, that's just default. That's my default thing. Not even in front of a crush, just in general. Anytime I walk out in public, I just do something stupid. There was the time that I tried to be funny and I climbed up a tree in New Orleans. Like when I was doing like a rebuilding project for this job I was working. Like I was in like a college program where I could work a job and like rebuild houses and stuff like that. My tuition paid off. And I thought it'd be funny during one of our breaks to climb a giant tree. And when I got to like the halfway point, I remembered I had acrophobia and I did not want to come down or move. So like the others are just like, they're like saying, I gotta go, John. And I'm like, I'm trying to get down. So they just have like a bunch of pictures of me like stuck in a tree, like 20 feet in the air. Don't ask me why I climbed up there to begin with. Speaking of that trip, I I like got hurt every single day I was working at that house. Like we were rebuilding a house like that got flooded. And on the first day we had like a bunch of spare drywall, so we're all just like, oh hey, maybe we could break these in a fun way. Let's do like some karate. And so like I saw one of the guys was like trying to punch the drywall. And I'm like, hold on, let me do this. I like shake my hands and I'm like, crack my knuckles. And I go, wow! And I punch my arm clean through that drywall and I yank it out. And I look at my hand and it's red from all the blood. I like sliced open my hand multiple places and I'm like, oh, you know, in hindsight, that was probably not a good idea. And so I went to the task leader and I'm like, task leader, I hurt myself. I got a boo-boo. And like they like bandaged me up and they sent me on my way. And the next day, this one, I mentioned this a long time ago, but this one deserved its own. If you are easily disturbed by injuries that involve fingers and toes, you might not want to listen right now. But I was sanding a wooden pillar and I was talking to someone and was not paying attention, and the sandpaper had slipped out of my hand and I dragged one fingernail down a wooden pillar and a splinter went up like all the way through my fingernail, like underneath my finger bed and all that stuff. And I look at it and I guess it was the adrenaline. I just didn't feel it. I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. This is old rotting wood. I'm probably gonna need to get this like disinfected quickly. And then my second immediate thought was, oh yeah, there's a giant freaking piece of wood in my finger. How do I get this out? And then a girl, one of the girls from my like group, was like, hey, I can get that out. I'm like, okay, cool, go for it. And so like, I'm like, here, use this. And I had a pocket knife on me and I give it to her and she's like, okay, here I go. She goes, and then starts like jabbing it in my finger, like ripping like all the splinters out. And like, I'm looking at it and I'm like stone straight faced. And like, everybody's like, wow, if I was him, I'd be freaking out right now. Meanwhile, they don't know what's going inside my head. Like inside my head, I'm just like, because like the adrenaline wore off and I started feeling the knife going inside my finger. But she didn't get all of it out. It came out. The rest of it came out like a week or two later in a explosion, which was funny. But I had to begrudgingly slink over to the task leader once again because I had stupidly injured myself in that way. But it was a little more understandable because it just slipped out of my hand. It wasn't me doing something stupid. I was actually working. And then on the final day, I was the strongest person there because I was just the strongest person there. I was like dwarfing everybody in height. So I was in charge of picking up debris and tossing them into the dumpster we had. And I saw a plastic bag that people were throwing like splintered wood and drywall and other garbage that they found while they were cleaning up this house. And they asked me to take it and throw it into the bin. And I'm like, okay. I grab it, I like position myself, and I'm like, lift with your legs, not your back, or lift with your back, not your legs. And I yank up, and I feel it stop, and I feel something rub up against my leg. I look down, and there was a nail hanging out of the bag. And what I had done was drag that nail all the way up my leg. It's like one of those animes where it's just like they get a katana and they just go shing, and then there's a split second where you just see like the cut pattern form, and then nothing happens, and then all of a sudden it's like like exploding with blood. And like I look down, I see my leg, and I'm like, roll. And then it just like starts bleeding. I'm like, oh frick, ow, ow, ow. I walk over to the what was their name? The overseer. I walked over to the overseer, and I'm like, overseer, and they just chuck the first aid case at me because they were tired of dealing with me. I was literally the only person getting hurt, so they just didn't want to deal with me anymore. I don't blame them. I do not blame them. I was very reckless with what I was doing. I'm very surprised I didn't get like sick from cutting myself on old rotting like materials, but I am just glad that everything else went swimmingly. That reminds me when I was asked to help with the lights on a catwalk for a high school play, and I looked down and could not stop shaking. Oh my god. Like, you couldn't drag me up to a catwalk. I would fight you before I went up to a catwalk. You would have to get into a fist fight with good old Johnny Boy before you took him anywhere more than 6 feet up. I remember like we went to St. Louis for something, and like there's a St. Louis Arch, which if you don't know what that is, it is like a giant arch. Like think of McDonald's. Like literally half the McDonald's sign, but it's like hundreds of feet high and made of metal. And one of the attractions there was you could go into an elevator that was rickety and shaky and go all the way to the top of this arch. And they had little windows you could look out. I don't even think there was like glass covering these windows. I just think you could stick your head out of it. And if you have acrophobia and you want to experience the worst of it, being inside of a thin metal building that's shaking in the wind and sticking your head out of a hole and seeing nothing but concrete below you is horrifying. Getting late, I'm gonna head out, have a nice stream. See you later, Chaika. I'm honestly probably about to wrap it up here too. My throat is killing me. I would stream longer. Like, I would like to stream longer most days, but I haven't built up a resistance to talking this much because I'm generally a very quiet person. Like, I'll joke around a lot, but I'm one of those people that if I don't have anything funny or important to say, I just won't. Goodbye, Chaika. Hopefully I won't get you killed anymore. This will be the point to where Chaika lives forever. They will never die now. Now that I don't have the pressure of keeping them alive, they will live. The boy who lived, come to die. I don't know why these things keep happening. I don't know why these references keep popping up in my head. On the road again. Being a quiet person, what made you start recording videos and streaming? What originally started it was we were filming, like I used to like, there was like after school activities, like a group that I used to be a part of, and we started like filming little funny videos, like informative videos for it, and I was like really enamored with the process of making videos and editing. And then there was a YouTube group called Balloon Shop that me and my friends would watch, and we really thought their style of comedy was funny, so we tried to make our own videos in that way, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So I wanted to make videos, but it was also a way to express myself, because like I could just talk about whatever I wanted. I didn't need to really think about what I said to like in the moment. Like one of the harder things about conversing with people, like for me anyway, is I'm in my own head a lot. I need to think about what I'm saying before I say it to people. Except when it comes to streaming, because for some reason I'll just like start talking and then I'll say something incredibly dumb, and then like 3 minutes later I'll be like, why did I say that? But yeah, like it was a form of expressing myself that was very interesting and cathartic. I would just like make videos on things that I thought were funny and like enjoyed doing it. I didn't like the editing process, like how long it took, but I did find it enjoyable when I made something and like had that sense of accomplishment when it was over, and another sense of I guess validation whenever I would make a topic on something and like people would say like they agree or think it's funny or something like that. Like just the process of like getting feedback on stuff that I would work on and like seeing the success in that was what attracted me to making videos to begin with. It was weird at first, like obviously people have to start somewhere, so like I would make a video and I remember being very excited whenever it got more than 10 views. Like getting 10 views was a very momentous occasion, and then like I would make a video and it'd get like 20 views in one day, and I was like, oh wow, this is the best I've ever done. And then like I make a video on a game and a tutorial like for Rune Factory, and then all of a sudden it has like 10,000 views, and I'm like, oh my god. From a viewer's perspective, you do seem very tired at times, but unless you didn't say anything, I would not think you are a quiet person IRL. I am always tired. It is an unfortunate thing. I like I've said many times, I have sleep apnea, and I'm not even kidding. I think I've had this since college. It feels like I'm always at 80% starting out the day, and then it gets progressively worse by the end of the day. There are rare occasions where I will feel great at the beginning of the day, but it quickly goes away, and it's quite bothersome. Eventually, down the road, I will get like some corrective surgery for my breathing so it helps. I will also have to, like, I do work out a little bit, but I'll need to work out more. Like, what is it? That thing. Like aerobics and jogging and like building up your lung capacity and all that stuff. That does help. But I haven't done it in a while. Then I can like really feel it. Just watched a trailer. I need the "this is fine" meme emote. Was it that bad, Megalefion? If an acquaintance you work close with discovered your channel, how would you feel or react? Well, it's already happened, so doesn't make too much of a difference to me, to be perfectly honest. It was strange though, because like I feel like if it happened again, maybe I would feel differently about it, but the fact that my sister texted me and one of her friends, like her friend was like looking up a video for her son, and she found a video I made on Pokemon and like messaged my sister about it. Like the fact that like I am popular enough to have that kind of reach, it's very humbling, I guess, and also very cool to understand how far I've come from like where I was. Like Oh no, is my internet going up? But like, if you'd asked me when I first started, like when I had like 10, 20 viewers average, maybe, like per video, sometimes I didn't even get like 5 viewers. If you had asked me at that point, I would not have believed that somebody like would have watched my video that I would have known. Like, it would have just seemed ridiculous. I figured at that point it was like maybe some person in a far off land had like caught a glimpse of my video and then immediately turned it off. But just to like randomly get a view from like somebody I know, not because like they knew me personally, but because they were looking up something random and then randomly came across my channel. Very interesting. It's like how do I put this? It's like if you have like done creative works and like you drew a painting or a drawing of like a crappy character or like a very bad like piece of art or something like that, and that was your first one and you decide to save it, and then like 10 years down the road somebody's like buying art from you and you happen to come across that drawing and you just like see where you started to where you are now. It's very interesting. But I think my internet is cutting out very badly. I'm like loading in and out of the stream or whatever. But I think I will wrap it up here if you guys are able to hear me. Thank you for watching. We will probably do Rune Factory 5 tomorrow if I'm feeling up to it. I don't think anything's going on, so probably I'll be doing it. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. See you.